system, and to thank the private sector, including our banks, for participating. Equally important, there is undeniable progress with respect to key enablers of inclusion, which include the recognition of the refugees' IDs in SIM card registration and banking, the development of refugees database, which is interoperable with government systems, and strengthening local governance through the elevation of Dadaab and Kakuma Kalolbeye camps as communities into special municipalities. And this we have worked with governors from that region, and I must commend them and the leadership in those areas for making it possible for us to work as government in a manner that carries on board the thoughts, the concerns of host communities and the county governments in those areas. The concerns that have been raised are legitimate because these are concerns that have been experienced over many years. This plan attempts to respond to some of the concerns the communities have been experiencing or have raised over the years. It was untenable to continue the relationship the way it was, and therefore this plan attempts to rethink. And we think this plan is not just a Kenyan invention. Once we roll out with the support of all the partners that have been working with us, including the international community, and I'm very happy Filippo is here to put his sign of approval from the UN community, that we could look at this template as being the relationship going into the future with host communities and refugees, not just in Kenya, not just in our region, but also globally. This is not to say that we must make it, the norm for people to export others from their countries as refugees. I think that's not what we are saying. And in fact, as a country, we are deploying all the assets that we have to contain instability in different parts of our region. Just this morning, I have sent the Honorable Raila Odinga, our former Prime Minister, to South Sudan because there is a situation that could lead to export of more refugees from that country unless it is contained. We are engaged currently on the situation in DRC. We have a robust conversation on containing the situation in Sudan. So we are doing what we can as Kenya, working with partners and regional mechanisms to see to it that we contain situations that could lead to people seeking asylum and leaving their countries because of instability and other challenges that countries face. So we are actively making sure that we do what we can to make sure that we have less and less refugees and asylum seekers by participating in interventions that help countries manage their affairs better. I must also say that as champion of the Africa Union reform, of our Africa Union family, we are also looking at how we can better stabilize our region, how we can deploy resources in our continent to stabilize this continent, because unless we stabilize this continent, any meaningful activity, any progress is undermined, and we become a place of displaced people and refugees and asylum seekers. And we are currently looking at our peace and security architecture of the Africa Union so that we can find a link and connection to the international community. And I'm